In Potters Bar, Hertfordshire, land used as a community play area for over 50 years is under threat from housing developers. Local residents are confronting the council and the legal issues raised. Hertsmere Organiser Danny Seabrook outlines the case with representatives of the local community.
What do you know so far about the land and why are you actually protesting over there?
That land has been used for over 50 years by the community.
Yeah.
It's always been used for ad hoc games by the children of the community, for a meeting point for the parents from the school.
Yeah.
I found out only 2 weeks ago that I was actually trespassing on that land because William Sutton have now bought it and are due to build homes on it.
Right. You say that they own the land, they bought the land?
They've apparently bought the land.
Right, okay.
I've not seen this. I've actually asked to see this,
Yeah.
proof of this, to proof it, and then I would obviously get off of that land.
Yeah.
But they've not come forward with that. They've just told me verbally.
Okay. Have you come under any undue pressure from William Sutton or the local authorities for protesting over there?
Today it's been quite a hard day.
Yeah.
The police have come down quite heavy on us.
Yeah.
Today it's been peaceful protest, and
Yeah.
so they've not been able to touch us. But they came in quite heavy-handed this morning. They were saying they were going to arrest us. I had a caravan on there because I've been living on there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And they said that they would impound that.
Right.
I've actually borrowed the caravan from the travelling community, and obviously I didn't want it impounded. And because we didn't know our rights at this point,
Yeah.
I did ask them to remove it so that it wasn't impounded. Unfortunately, since then I found out we have got rights and we can carry on protesting as long as it's peaceful.
Right. So nobody from the local council or any of your local councillors giving you any legal advice or any legal direction you can go in?
No.
None at all?
None at all. The only thing we had a big meeting with William Sutton on Thursday, and some of the local councillors then come up and said you have got a valid case,
Right.
and you can take William Sutton's court, but it's going to cost you in excess of £50,000.
Right, so it would have to be done via free solicitors, or you've got to do it yourself?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I understand the local Conservative councillor, Shirley Leggett, is it?
Yes.
She's offered her support
She has.
and help.
Yes, she has.
Is she fighting your corner?
She's been emailing, she's been writing into the papers. She was also at the meeting on Thursday, and she
Yeah.
did put a very good case for us.
Right.
But legally, no, I've had no help there.
Right, okay. I understand that William Sutton have got to go back to court to get an acquisition order for the land. Am I correct in understanding
That's
that?
right, notice of possession.
Notice of possession of the land. So they don't actually own the land, although they've got permission to build on it.
Well, they've told us they have owned it. As I said before, I did ask to see the papers, but
Right.
obviously I've not seen them.
And the green has actually been a community green for the last 50 years?
Over 50 years.
Over 50 years.
Mm.
So they now want to build on land they don't own,
Right.
because they're not showing any paperwork for 50 years.
Mhm.
Yeah? Kerry, can you tell me the impact on the local community of this building development over here, please?
Well, obviously take away from the whole community, the children especially,
Yeah.
they use that every day,
Yeah.
especially the school children. When they come out, they congregate on there.
Yeah.
In the summer it's used obviously to sit and have their ice creams. Weekends they play on there. And that's another thing that I've got a big hold up about, is that in the 6 weeks holiday they've taken this piece of green away from these children.
Right. So it gives them no scope for it. Is there anywhere else that they can play locally around here?
Nowhere locally. We have a local park which
Yeah.
is 10-15 minute walk away,
Yeah.
but obviously without adult supervision they can't play out.
Is it a dangerous park to go in?
It is for, you know, the younger ones. There's two lakes
Yeah.
that haven't got any fencing around them.
Right.
Obviously you wouldn't trust children to go up there and play on their
No,
own.
of
There's
course,
lots
yeah.
of overgrown bushes and, you know,
Yeah.
and there's very unsavoury characters, you just don't know who's in there.
Right, okay. I understand that this area has a lot of local sort of history around it. I believe it's part of the Enfield Chase, am I correct? in
Yeah,
that?
that's right, and it was also Henry VIII's hunting ground. So
Oh right,
of
so
course.
there is a lot of heritage here.
Yes.
So William Sutton or Infinity Housing are actually taking away, removing and building over our local heritage.
Yeah, and our children's heritage. Yes, they are.
What about the safety issue? Is it being built right outside of school?
Well, again, another issue. They've made the school entrance into
Yeah.
a funnel now. You
Right.
cannot see to come out. It's a complete blind spot. Their answer to that was they'll put up a mirror for us, which obviously isn't going to benefit the children, because if they run out, that's
Yeah.
it. I'm sorry, there's going to be a death there. Also, the cars are now having to mount the pavement
Right.
and park anywhere they can, because now they've taken the parking bay away.
Yeah.
There's nowhere for them to park. So this means that the overflow from all the closes is coming
Yeah.
out onto the main road, and that's before the children go back to school. So once they go back
What's
to school,
parking like here when the school's open?
terrible, absolutely terrible. The school's actually full, and we've now got a lollipop man because it was a death trap. Basically, they park anywhere to drop their children off. It is a stop and drop case,
Right.
you know, and you'll find many parents double parking. The police are often here, moving people along, but obviously they don't.
Is that, I
Back to
understand that there's two blind bends outside the school opposite each other.
Yes.
Does that really have that much of an impact on the safety issue of entering and leaving the school?
Yes, it does.
That will affect the houses where the houses, because I understand from looking at the plans that the houses are going to be built right up to the boundary of the school
Yes.
path.
Yes, they will be. And the only thing for the safety issue of the children, they're going to put metal railings from the entrance right down the pathway for the children.
So you're going to have metal shuttering up.
Yes, and my other fear for that is the junior children that do walk themselves home, which they should be doing,
Yeah.
will now be jumping the fences to cross the road to go
Yes.
to the shop.
Especially on those blind commons as well.
Yes.
Okay. Kerry, can you tell me about the local police and what they've been doing to help or advise and support you guys?
The actual local police have been fantastic. They've been coming down every night. They can see we're police now still. It's been very peaceful.
Yeah.
They've actually been joining the bonfires with the children and having a laugh with the children. But today they come down very heavy-handed.
Can you explain how?
They turned up this morning in stab-proof vests to a
Right.
group of mums with children,
Yeah.
telling us they were going to arrest us if we didn't
Right.
get off the land. At one point, one of them told me if I wasn't off by 11 o'clock,
Yeah.
I would be arrested, and so would everyone around me, as well as impounding the caravan
What were they going to arrest you for
for trespassing
on public land?
on public land.
Okay. What about, I heard a story, I don't know if it's true, about police turning up with dogs. Is this true?
Yes, today a van pulled up.
Yes.
They said that they wasn't there for us, but they parked up, opened the back doors
Yeah.
with the dogs facing outwards,
Right.
and they then began barking at the children who were demonstrating the other side of the fence.
Did it scare the children that the dogs were?
It did. It did.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very intimidating.
Can you tell me about any incentives William Sutton are offering as recompense for taking the children's play area?
Yes, we've been given an agreement, the S106,
Yeah.
for £12,000. And this, well, apparently at first was for a children's playground. But as I pointed out to William Sutton, there is nowhere for a playground on this estate apart from that piece of land.
Right.
They are investing this £12,000 into the park.
Right. And it is £12,000.
Well, it starts off at £12,000. They
Yeah.
upped it at the meeting, they said £20,000, but all the statements they've issued to
Yeah.
the press and to the TV now has been for £12,000.
And you don't know why they're offering an extra £8,000.
No,
Okay.
obviously just to keep us quiet and, you know,
Okay. Are you going to carry on fighting
yes, for definite.
to the
There's
very
no
end?
way I'm stopping. Yeah, to the end. To the end.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Yes, part of this S106 agreement is £279, which is for greenways, and that's for horses.
Right.
Obviously, in a deprived housing estate, there aren't any more horses, so that's just a ridiculous waste of money.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Danny Seabrook, BNP TV.